What's up, YouTube? JL Fulks here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here in Nashville at Sound Studios with my man Corey Lawson. We're going to do a little walkthrough of his studio. I'm jamming on some different guitar tracks and jamming out with his band out here, having some fun. And yeah, stay tuned, y'all. We're going to check out his studio.
All right, let's check it out. This is the spot. So, small garage studio behind my house. Fully operational home studio. Thankfully now legalized in Nashville, Tennessee, in Davidson County, which is awesome. This is my recording desk, studio rack, mostly native in the box. I'm running a little bit of outboard gear, but UAD is my lifeblood. The UAD ecosystem it's amazing. I use it for, everything. It's definitely changed the game for you know, budget DIY home studios or even commercial studios. Like, everyone's using that stuff these days. I love it. It sound the converters, the preamps, everything sounds amazing. The plugins are unreal. Like, you can get warm analog sounds in the box with like all plugins. It's unbelievable. So plug to Universal Audio, they're killing it. They do an excellent job. So I run Pro Tools. It's my main DAW, alongside of the UAD ecosystem here. Got several various different plugins that I use. Again, this is my recording desk, studio rack. We got the live room out here. So as of now, I'm still in the process of upgrading things. You know, like I've got a vision to. I basically record vocals out here. I just set up my studio mic, which I typically just use that Aventone CV12, which is a wonderful mic for vocals, for acoustic guitars, for all kinds of different stuff. We got our drums set up here. We have a house kit, courtesy of Dave Ryan, who is kind of the house drummer here at Sound Studios and helps me run the studio. He does a lot here. He's killer engineer. He's a producer. He's a drummer. He does a fantastic job, and if you ever need drums on anything, he's the man. I have a sort of a team of musicians I work with. Also, my good buddy Leo Zayas helped me build this studio. He's a handyman. He's a drummer, killer drummer. I'll have him on some sessions every now and then when he's available. Again, like I said, he helped me build the place. He's master handyman, killer drummer. If you need anything rock or whatever, he's got a studio in his house as well that he built, and he records drums from home. We'll tag him on there. So these are my amps. This is a good old JL Fulks amp right here.
Yep.
Good old deluxe reverb. So I've got a 71 Bassman 50 that I got from a buddy, which is a great amp. I use that thing for different things. Now this guy is more of my live rig because it's light and I don't really care if it gets beat up. And I take it out down to Broadway when I'm playing in Nashville or playing small gigs in town. The Dr. Z, fantastic. Just, you know, it's the Moz 38. I use that thing for a lot of country gigs, obviously, but even rock stuff. I mean, that thing's like it's like players in Nashville know all about Dr. Z, but it's like a mix between the Marshall, a Vox, and a Fender. It's kind of a blend of. It's got elements of all those, but it's more on the Vox side. But man, it breaks up great. You can get it's just got a full, thick, nice tone. You can crank the preamp on it and get like a Marshall-y, just overdriven sound, or you can turn the preamp down and get almost like a Fender-y clean. So I use that live all the time. I'll record with it every now and then for certain types of stuff. Now this is the secret to tone right here, y'all. This Rocktron Rampage. That's really where you get tone. It's can pick that thing up. It's a rare commodity. No, that's a joke. No, I'm just kidding. So we're high in the Christmas spirits here, Claw Sound Studios. We actually just finished a Christmas EP with the artist I play for, Aerothold. We've got a little band called Aerothold and the Heartlanders. We made a 5-song Christmas EP with a few covers and an original song that he wrote. So we've been in the Christmas spirits, all holly jolly, having fun. These are a couple of my guitars. This is old JL's PRS, which I love this thing. It's amazing. This is my Telly. It's a 2017 Elite Series. This is my baby. This is my main go-to for almost anything. It's super versatile guitar. It's got some DiMarzio pickups in it, so it doesn't have the stock pickups. They're mean, thick. Like it's not quite your typical like kind of spanky Telly. It definitely has it. It sounds like a Telly. It sounds like a Telly, but with a little bit more grit to it, and it's perfect for my style, what I play. And then this is my second, this is my go-to for anything that's super clean or super stratty. This thing is a 2012 custom shop Strat that I've done so many different. I've had like 4 different sets of pickups in this thing. And I've finally landed on one that I'm just absolutely in love with. I'll pitch. It's Bud's Pickups, who is a builder out of New York. Does incredible work. His pickups are great. It's just a custom made set of single coil Strat pickups, and they sound great. I have a demo video of it if you want to check it out on the Claw Sound Studios YouTube channel. It demos the pickups with that guitar particularly, and they sound great. I love that thing. This is a very special instrument to me. It was passed down to me from my granddad, who passed away a couple years ago. A few years ago. Feels like time flies, man. But it's a beautiful sounding instrument, and I've just gotten into playing banjos, especially like on sessions and stuff, in the past year. I didn't really. I mean, I've had this thing in my possession for a few years, but never really got too serious or messed with it too much until the past year, and I really started. Like I'm definitely still no traditional banjo picker by any means, but I've learned how to make it sound good and how to incorporate it into projects and what I've been working on and stuff. And it's just a beautiful sounding instrument. Funny thing, I've never changed the strings on this.
Nice.
Since I bought it. Never once have I changed the strings on it, but it's still just, I'm afraid to. It sounds so good. I don't want to change anything. But it's a killer instrument. It's if I can even tell you the brand, it's a Norman. Can't even tell. No, Morgan
Wallen.
It's a Morgan Wallen banjo.
Yeah.
Morgan Monroe. But man, yeah. Like I'm not too familiar with brands as far as banjos and the bluegrass instruments and stuff, because I'm just gotten into it in the past year. But all I know is it sounds good, and it's a quality instrument. This bass is a cheap one I got. It's a cheapo I got from a pawn shop in Huntsville, Alabama, probably 10 years ago, maybe 10 or 12. I don't know, but back when I was in college. And it's just a cheap Ibanez sound gear. But man, I've used this on probably a couple hundred sessions. I mean, a lot of demos. I mean, it's not the most quality bass in the world, but it plays great. I love it. I'm not necessarily a bass player by trade, but I know enough to be dangerous on a bass, and I can. It sounds really good, especially running through the UAD Unison preamps that they have. They've got a couple, like they've got some Neves, and I like running it through. What is it? If I can remember what it is. Yeah, It's a 610. Yeah, the 610 preamp. Like running it through that. It sounds great. It's my acoustic guitar. My main studio guitar that I record with. It's beat up. I actually bought it used off of a guy. Got a good deal on it. He had upgraded. He got a couple new guitars and was just getting rid of it, offloading some gear. Bought it from him. It's like I think it's about 10, 11 years old. But it's a wonderful sounding Martin guitar. I think it's about time to get a setup on it. There's a few frets. It's got a little bit of fret problems that I've noticed just recently. I've been playing more gigs with it because of COVID. We're having to play more acoustic gigs, you know, because people aren't having full bands and stuff. So I've been playing that out live a whole lot more than ever. So it's wearing it down a little bit. So I got to get some work done. By the way, Joe Bavona is the man in Nashville. If you ever need, yeah, he's the man. If you ever need setup work or anything done on a guitar, he's the man. Hit him up.
All right, YouTube, so that's the Claw Sound Studios tour with my man Corey Lawson here, the owner, CEO. We're going to get to jamming, and yeah, thanks for watching the video. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.